This video is going to show you to create a job all the way through to the printing of a return of service. So the first thing you do is you sign in, you get to your section here, you go to jobs and you do a new case process. You click on the new case link. The client law firm is going to be left blank for this example. I'm going to just put in example company. The plaintiff is going to be John Doe. The defendant is going to be Jane Doe. Court case number is going to be 12CH1234. The court is going to be whatever pops up here. Okay, so that's the case. I'm keeping the screen frame small to try to help to address the resolution issues that I've been experiencing with YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to show you what's on the right. Here you can put in the law firm reference number or the company reference, and whoever your client is representing, there's a drop down for all the potential possibilities. So once you put in the case profile information, then you go ahead and add this case. Oh, it says client is required for this new case. So because example company isn't there, we need to add this as a new client. We're going to go ahead and add example company just like it is. Once that's done, now you go back here, you start typing out example company, and it should pop up with its own number. Here, if you had attorneys listed, you can go ahead and put them in, but for this example, we're not going to do that. You could put the secretary in, but again, for this example, we're not going to do that. So once you have that, you go ahead and add this case. Oh, but because we went off the screen, we got to go ahead and redo the John Doe and Jane Doe. Now it's ready to submit. Add this case. So in order to make this case active, we can go ahead and add a new defendant for service. That new defendant for service will be serving an amended complaint. It's going to be a rush job. The defendant is going to be Jane Doe, 123 Main Street. I'm going to say Fort Myers, Florida. County is Lee. Again, you could put in the law firm number, what have you, what have you. We're going to add this job, but first let's go to the section here, which is service instructions. We're going to say individual, we're going to say standard individual. It fills in the verbiage here, which you can change through the XSL Dynadocs. So now we're adding that job. And what you'll see here, it pops up in this section, the new job. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to check the box, go back to assign, and once we get into this section, which will be a pop-up box, it'll say assign to server subserver. We want to go ahead and click on the proxy. Again, that pops up another box, and there's my name. I'm going to hit select and assign select server. So that's been done. Now we're back to this screen again. And in this screen, what we want to do is we want to, again, start typing the name of your server in this box. And it will pop up, and you hit that accept, then you assign. Now you'll see when we close this that it has assigned the server, Randy Scott, with the assignment date of 3/15. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and close this case out as a successful serve. So we're going to go over to the job number. We're going to click on it. That's going to open up this box here. And in this box, you're going to see all the information to enter. Again, Jane Doe. You can put your law firm reference number in here, company reference number in here. Let's say we served her at 14:30, which would be 2:30 p.m. Let's say we completed it today. So we mark complete. And since we're the only server in this company and we're entering all this in at the same time, we're going to approve whatever we create here. So we're going to say that it was left with Jane Doe and, personal service or what have you. She was a female. She's Caucasian. She had brown hair. She was 67. She was 5'4" to 5'8". She was 130 pounds. She's not married, not in the military. And here's all the service information where we served her. There were no other comments because it was personal service. We can go ahead and look down at the rest of this and notice that all that information is there. And once that's complete, you go ahead to this section, you save it and close it. Now that job has been saved, and if you notice it says incomplete in the status, and here's why it says incomplete. Go back to the 5, click on that. In the upper right hand corner next to the 14:30, you'll see a drop down box that's showing incomplete. We're going to change that to individual service. Now we're going to go ahead and save and close. That changes it to a complete status, and as you notice, if you hover over that, it gives you the option to print affidavit. So now you click on that. The affidavit springs up, and you now have the affidavit pursuant to the request of example company, John Doe versus Jane Doe, the case number. It's a verified return of service, and shows the server's name, which is me, the date and time of service. Here it took our 14:30 and converted it to a 2:30 p.m. It says that I served the summons and complaint on Jane Doe at her address, individually served her. It's a description of the person served. She said she wasn't married, she's not in the military, and this is done under Florida rules under penalty of perjury without a notary required. So I hope this video helped take you through some of the steps, and if you have any questions, make sure you post them under this board at processserverposse.com so we can assist in any way we can to get this program up and running in a way that every process server independent can use it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.